Hey guys, so this is going to be my foundation, eyeliners, mascaras collection. So, this is the top I keep in, so let's begin. So, first off, I have two of these. That's the other one. They are the Bonjour's City Radiance Foundation in the shade beige. I just love wearing these as like an everyday sort of thing. I use them sort of like a BB cream. But yeah, I'll let you know, because some foundations I don't actually need to set. These foundations I don't need to set. For reference, I have combination skin, so when I wear the Bundles Paris foundations, I don't, all these ones anyway, I don't need to set. Unfortunately, you can't get Bonjours in the UK anymore because apparently they don't see the point because they're not making enough sales. So if I need to purchase this anymore anytime soon, then I'm just gonna have to import it. But I've got another package in anyway, so it's gonna be a while before I need another one. I then have the Clinique Beyond Perfecting Foundation in the shade 7.5T. I have another Bonjour's Paris foundation. This is the Healthy Mix. This is in the shade Golden Caramel. This is so overhyped. It's unbelievable. I don't really recommend. I mean, it's all right, but it's definitely overhyped. I then have the Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation in the shade Medium Dark. This I really like. It's very affordable as well. The only issue I have is, well, in Boots anyway, in the actual store, the shade range is poor. I don't know if the shade range expands much on the actual Wet n Wild website or on the Boots website. So there's that just to take into consideration. I then have the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter foundation in the shade 330. This, I just completely forget about it. Like, there's nothing wrong with it, I just forget about it half the time. I then have the NARS All Day Luminous Weightless foundation in the shade Caddis medium / dark. Really like this foundation, definitely recommend. I then have the CO foundation, matte foundation in the shade 211. I also have the Revolution Conceal and Define foundation in the shade F12.5. I then have the Dior Forever foundation in the shade 045. I don't recommend this unless you have like perfect skin, and because it doesn't really sit very well on spots or acne like that. So I only recommend this if you've got like perfect skin. I only can tend to reach for it if my skin looks alright, which is hardly ever. So when I say alright, there's not that my face doesn't have that much blemishes on it or anything like that. But it's definitely not worth it unless you have got perfect skin, because I did pay quite a bit for that. So I then have the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea foundation in the shade Deep Honey. For concealer, I only have one concealer. Is the Max Factor Face Infinity All Day Flawless Concealer in the shade 050. I highly recommend this, especially if you've got a lot of creases under your eyes. Definitely recommend it. Not just fine, but deep creases as well. This is the only concealer I've found so far that helps. I mean, I've not tried a lot of concealers, but I definitely recommend this over like the e.l.f. concealer. Oh my god, that's atrocious. But yeah, really like this one. I then have the Colour Trend Translucent Tan Powder. This is like my everyday setting powder from Avon. I then have the Jeffree Star setting powder in the shade Banana. What I'll say about this is I just use this to set foundation, but I definitely say it's not necessarily worth the money, because I mean, it controls oils but not that well, and technically it's advertised anyway more so to set on your under eyes with it. So I mean, you could try try it for that, obviously, because this is quite dark and I use, you know, the concealer I use is lighter than my skin tone to brighten that area as well as conceal. So I wouldn't necessarily use this to set down the powder, but set down the concealer, but I mean, you could have a go like that. I just wouldn't recommend it to set your whole foundation down. I then have the CO Bronzing Rocks. I rarely bronze. This is the only bronzer I actually have. But I can't really comment. I just don't reach for bronzers often. Oh, I forgot another foundation. This is the Makeup Gallery Gorgeous Flawless foundation in the shade Golden Sand 7. Definitely recommend this. This one is from the Pound Shop. I will say, because a lot of people have negative reviews on this, I will say, which I feel I need to say multiple times, it's a mousse foundation. You can't apply a mousse foundation with a sponge. You need to buff that thing into your skin with like a kabuki brush or any other brush, basically. Just don't, and I'm not talking about like a flat foundation brush, I mean like a buffing brush. That's why it's not looking good on your skin. I feel that's just basic, but a lot of YouTubers who are supposed to be these kind of makeup gurus and stuff think they can apply a mousse foundation with a normal like makeup sponge, and it's like, no, that's not how it works. But anyway, a little bit of a rant over. Alright, I don't have that many eyeliners because I've got rid of quite a few. Let me just grab them all together. So I have the Avon Super Shock Gel Eyeliner in the shade Aqua Pop. I then have the Kiko Smart Eye Pencil in the shade 809. If you've got sensitive eyes, I will say that this can irritate my eyes. So, you know, just consider that if you do want to have a go at it. I then have the Avon, the Big Gel Paint Pencil Long Wear Eyeliner in the shade Steel. It's like a metallic pencil. I then have the Avon True Colour eye pencil in the shade Cosmic Brown, and it's basically a twisty up one. A lot of these are Avon just because I find Avon's eyeliners don't irritate me. I then have the Tarte Man-Eater eyeliner in the shade Black. This one is like a twisty, so you sharpen it by turning the lid, but it's like a crayon like the other one that I've just shown you. And then I have the Bonjour's Paris felt tip eyeliner in the shade Black. So that's the eyeliners. So for mascaras, so first off I have, I forgot I've got other mascaras in my other drawer. I've got the YSL coloured eyeliner in the shade green. You can't get eyeliner mascara, you can't get it anymore, but I do have that. I forgot to keep it in a separate container, I've got to grab it. I then have the Benefit Bad Girl Bang Mascara. I'm not a massive fan of this one. I just feel that it doesn't do that much to my lashes. I then have the Rimmel London Wonderlux Volume Mascara. I freaking love this mascara. I then have the Avon Euphoric Mascara. This one actually surprised me. I wasn't expecting much because I've tried Avon mascaras in the past, but this actually did quite a lot to my lashes. I then have the Tarte Man-Eater mascara, and then I have the Makeup Gallery Turn Up the Volume and Define mascara. This is from Poundland. I swear to God, this formula's gone off. Even though it's like new, it smelled like that. Like, I asked my mum for reassurance, she's like, she couldn't smell anything, but to me the formula smells like vinegar. It doesn't really do much to my lashes anyway, so it's not something that I'd necessarily recommend. I then have the Benefit Ready Set Brow Gel. I then have the Benefit Goof Proof Brow Pencil in the shade 5. This is literally the only like brow product I have. Obviously I've got the other one, but this one was a freebie. This is the only one that I've actually fully purchased. I did actually have a freebie of it from a magazine, but yeah, again, anything to do with brows, contouring, bronzing, I'm just not that bothered really. I then have the Paint Glow face paint stick in the shade White. I then have the NYX glitter primer, which is really good. This is a really good like glitter primer. Definitely recommend this one. Like, glitter just sticks onto it really well. I then have the MU8 Prism eye gloss. Again, it acts like a glitter glue. And then I have the MU8 Prism holographic glitter, which came with the Prism eye gel, and then I have a collection of NYX glitters, which came with the NYX eye glue thing, and then I have two single eyeshadows. This is the Kiko High Pigment Wet and Dry eyeshadow in the shade 21, and then I have this small little quad, which I got from Poundland, which is the Makeup Gallery All About It, the shadow eyeshadow duo in the, does it have a shade name? No, it doesn't, but this is pretty good for any £1. But yeah, that is basically it for that collection. So